Hello and welcome to 10 of the Best. I'm Warren Huntley, and on this edition of the show, we're counting down my 10 of the best racing rivalries. 10. Damien Oliver and Stephen King. They were the young star riders in Melbourne in the early 1990s and both went on to become champions in the saddle.
Straight the leader from Green Fever. Time to go, called on and ready to explode, finishing well. Then came Star of the Realm, who sprawled on the turn. Beowulf, the leader at the 300-metre mark, ready to explode, coming at him. And down the outside now, Star of the Realm. Natchez not going on. Star of the Realm ready to explode in front now. The two stablemates clear of Kinjite and Beowulf, but it's Star of the Realm going on. Stevie King has him clear. He's 2 lengths in front. Naturalism late, but Star of the Realm wins the derby. Star of the Realm 2 lengths to Naturalism.
9. Maccabi Diva and Vinnie Rowe. With the current debate surrounding the increasing dominance of the International Raiders, the Melbourne Cup, the rivalry between Maccabi Diva and Vinnie Rowe is somewhat topical. As he did on 3 occasions, Glenn Boss was able to find a charm path on Maccabi Diva, and she dashed clear to hold off the determined challenge from Vinnie Rowe, who hadn't quite managed to secure Maccabi Diva's dream run.
Media puzzle around the outside. Honorjeun's making a run there, followed by Lashed, Grey Song, Strasbourg, and another Warriors 3 lengths away. Up down the outside is Honorjeun, and Vinnie Rowe is coming home well, and further back is Distinction. Zasman at the 300, the leader. Here comes Vinnie Rowe. Elstrom coming with him. Maccabi Diva. She's got right up on the inside, Maccabi Diva. She's hit the front now from Vinnie Rowe and Zasman. It's Maccabi Diva clear. She's out by 2 lengths to Vinnie Rowe. It's Maccabi Diva clear, and she's going to do what no mare has ever done. Maccabi Diva wins it again.
At number 8, David Hayes and Lee Freedman. Nowadays, David Hayes faces the challenge of taking on the might, the Darren Weir stable. But that's nothing new to David, who along with Lee Freedman were the powerhouse stables during the early 1990s. During that time, Freedman was at the peak of his powers, claiming Melbourne Cups with Sub-Zero, Doremus, a Cox Plate with Superimpose, and he was dominating the Golden Slipper with 4 consecutive victories between 1993 and 1996. Their careers have taken vastly different paths since that era, but during the early 1990s, the rivalry between Hayes and Freedman was as intense as it gets.
From Prince Salieri, then came Superimpose, 2 to Better Loosen Up, and Rough Habit last of all. 1400 to go on the plate, and Slight Chance took up the running. Slight Chance, the leader now from Kinjite, who comes off the fence. They're followed by Burst and Coronation Day, the rail. Then Palace Rain. Field Village, followed by Superimpose. Let's Alive out wide as race to Kinjite. Slight Chance fights back down the outside. Superimpose. Let's Alive in the middle. Prince Salieri getting a run. Better Loosen Up and Superimpose. Let's Alive in front. Superimpose driving. Super. I think Super and O's to Let's Alive on the Cox Plate.
Coming in at number 7, Fastnet Rock and Alinghi. Under handicap conditions and with the extra 200 metres to her liking, it was Alinghi who sailed away with the Newmarket to win by over a length and level the score at 1-1 in the great rivalry of the autumn of 2005.
Fastnet Rock near the outside, settling into stride. It's Lalando down towards the inside rail, who spears away with a 3-length lead. Dane Shadow chases it down towards the flat rail ahead of Blur, Recapitalised, Savage Attack. Alinghi getting cover early, and Tony Girl last of that division. Spark of Life is leading the side out here, although Dane Shadow's taken charge and come across in front there with Cape of Good Hope. Just behind them, maybe McLaren and also General Baton with Fastnet Rock, the widest runner. They come to the 300. Lalando's got a big lead. He's out by 3 or 4 lengths now from Alinghi giving chase. Spark of Life down the outside. And then came Fastnet Rock, who's unwinding his run at the 150-metre mark. And here comes Alinghi now to get to the lead. Alinghi in front. Fastnet Rock's after her. He's closing on the outside. They hit it a photo.
Running second to Winks is arguably as good as a victory in most other eras, and Hartnell has been able to achieve that second placing on 4 of the 7 occasions he's lined up against the great man. For continuing to front up and attempt to create that rivalry, Hartnell finds himself in my 10 of the best for his efforts to achieve what may well be unachievable.
Really starting to up the tempo. Behind these 3 lengths to Yankee Rose, and then Lucia Valentina and Happy Clapper together. 2 lengths to Hauraki and 2 lengths to Happy Trails. Less than 1,000 metres to go. And Zara has the French galloper Vadamos, a 5-length leader from Blackheart Rock. The rest headed by Vadamos and Yankee Rose. But Winks has raced away around the home turn. She's put 2-3 lengths on Hartnell. Awesome Rock, Vadamos battling away, and then came Yankee Rose. But it's all Winks in the straight. 4-5 lengths in front of Hartnell. A good battle going on for the Miners, but misses a blitz. It's a Winks blitz. 2 in a row, and she joins the all-time greats of the turf. Winks has won it by 6 lengths to Hartnell. Yankee Rose third.
Coming in at number 5, Black Caviar and Haylist. Similar to Winks, it may seem strange to mention Rivalry and Black Caviar in the same breath, because as we all know, the great mare ended her career undefeated. However, Haylist was a standout sprinter in his own right and pushed himself to the limit to try and test the champ. He ran second to her at Group 1 level on 4 occasions, but was only able to get closer than 2 lengths in the Lightning of 2012.
The speed as well as they settle down, and it's Black Caviar who has a slender lead with Haylist on her outside. Haylist now going to the lead ahead of Black Caviar, and buffering in the blue colours on the far side, the leading trio. And they were clear then from Foxwedge, Temple of Boom. And Black Caviar raced up, and she's gone past Haylist. Schofield had to pull the whip. She's having a bit of a race, but Black Caviar is a length and a half in front, and the wonder from down under wins again. Black Caviar 19 straight from Haylist.
Octagonal and Saintly, from the powerhouse stables of John Hawkes and Bart Cummings respectively, Octagonal and Saintly captured the imagination of the racing public during their illustrious careers. It was in the Cox Plate later that year that Saintly was able to record one of his greatest triumphs, with Octagonal running 5th in one of the best Cox Plates ever. Saintly went on to claim the Melbourne Cup just over a week later, with no Octagonal in sight. But the rivalry between the two great champions will always be remembered.
On the sly, Magic is second last and Skybow is last as they go to the crossing at the mile. Into the back straight interval, the leader by a bit more than a length to Nothing Like a Dane. Royson third, 2 to Falante, followed by Super Slew. Saintly is next on the outside of Reasons. A gap to Octagonal, followed by Peep on the Sly. Magic
Dane takes the lead. Nothing Like a Dane hit the front up the rise. Falante's the first to go after him. Here comes Saintly with Octagonal down the extreme outside. Out after them now. Falante headed Nothing Like a Dane. Further out Saintly, and here comes the big O. Octagonal with the last run at them. Falante, Saintly and Octagonal. They've come away from Nothing Like a Dane. Saintly and Octagonal. Freedman throwing everything at Octagonal. He gets there. Yes, Octagonal wins the derby.
Number 3, Northerly and Sunline. Perhaps a classic example of the supremely talented classy performer and the never say die warrior who didn't know how to lie down. Maybe Sunline's star was just starting to wane, or maybe Northerly's will to win was all but unstoppable. However you read it, in what was one of the great rivalries of the modern era, Northerly found a way to come out on top.
Placing into the back now, King Keitel, and the last of 8, 2 lengths away, Universal Prince. Sunline, the leader, going down the back of the Cox Plate. At the 1,000-metre mark, a length and a half to Viscount. 2 lengths further back, Northerly, 1 referral. Then Silvano about 5 lengths off the lead, a length and a half, Keitel. Then Northerly and Universal Prince on the turn. Sunline, a length and a half in front, down to the rail from Silvano. Northerly and further back, Viscount. Sunline at the 200-metre mark, 2 in front. Northerly after Sunline down the outside from Viscount. Sunline the leader, Northerly on the outside and Viscount coming at her. Sunline in front, Northerly the outside going to Sunline. They got very tight, but Northerly wins the Cox Plate.
Our Waverley Star, a half-length Bone Crusher. The big red won't give in. Crowd running on. Bone Crusher responds to the whip. The roars of the crowd. He races up to our Waverley Star. 100 out. Bone Crusher, our Waverley Star. Stride for stride. Nothing in it. Our Waverley Star, the rails. Bone Crusher, the outside. And Bone Crusher races into equine immortality. $1.5 million as he photo finishes our Waverley Star.
Coming in at number 2, Bone Crusher and our Waverley Star. The Cox Plate of '86 lives in the memory of most racing fans, with the words of the legendary race caller Bill Collins describing the epic contest as equine immortality. Leading into that Cox Plate, our Waverley Star relegated Bone Crusher to 3rd placing in a Class 1 event at Ellerslie a couple of months earlier. But in the rivalry between Bone Crusher and our Waverley Star, it will be the Cox Plate of '86 when Bone Crusher surged late for a narrow victory that we all remember.
Crusher followed by Dinky Flyer, Aberidi, and last of all Tristram. At the 1400, Roman Artist a length and a half in front now from Dandy Andy and Society Bay the outside. A length to March Akita and a length and a half drawn, tucked in on the fence from Imprimatur. Our Waverley Star still 3 deep in the race. And the big red won't give in. Drought running on. Bone Crusher responds to the whip. The roars of the crowd. He races up to our Waverley Star. 100 out. Bone Crusher, our Waverley Star. Stride for stride. Nothing in it. Our Waverley Star, the rails. Bone Crusher, the outside. And Bone Crusher races into equine immortality.
Redute's Choice and Testarossa. The Blue Diamond of '99 set the scene for some epic and legendary encounters between these two great colts. Redute's Choice prevailed on that occasion, but later Testarossa was able to turn the tables in what's now known as the Sir Rupert Clark Stakes and the Futurity. However, it was Redute's Choice who came out on top in the Caulfield Guineas of '99, in what to me was the greatest of the modern day rivalries, and Greg Miles produced a classic call to capture the battle between the two great champs.
By the 1400, Redute's Choice holding the lead early from a line on his outside and commands 3 deep. A length and a half, Testarossa dropped in 4th on the rail. Then Sedurka pins out wide, hustling forward from Honour the Name, and they're followed a bit further back by Mr. Endurance. A length behind these is Ackerbill. Testarossa, if he's got enough, a line coming at them on the outside with pins. They reach the 200 and Testarossa sprinting very fast has moved up and has gone to the lead over Redute's Choice. Cassidy had to pull the whip and then pins. It's Testarossa clear though. Redute's Choice is coming again. Testarossa has to find. Redute's digs. He lunges and wins. Redute's Choice beat Testarossa. A magnificent Guineas.
That concludes my countdown. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of 10 of the Best. If you'd like to nominate any of your favourite racing rivalries, jump online and get in touch with us via our social media handles at Facebook and Twitter.